All right, welcome everyone. I believe we're now waiting for our guests. Let me just prepare the room until they join. I hope everyone is having a good day. Today was a national vacation in Turkey. Uh, I congratulate all the Turkish people here uh, on behalf of the team Omchain. Now, I believe we're waiting for Mehmet and Dilnoza here. If you guys can see him, want to see. All right, I'm just trying to find him here. Um, yep, I can see her, and then all I have to do is, yep, I can see Mehmet as. All right, I have sent out the invites. Today's topic is basically the beer market, decentralized exchange versus centralized exchange. Um, Before we move on, I would like to introduce you guys to Ekrem and Dilnoza. I've sent their invitations, and right now Ekrem is here with us. Welcome, Ekrem. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you for your invitations in this good, beautiful night. I,
How are you doing? How's things going?
I'm doing good. Everything is good right now, except the market, as we know.
Yeah, the thing with the crypto market right now is actually not just specific to crypto. I mean, I don't know if there are like any people here who are investing in like foreign exchanges or like foreign stocks like U.S. market. If I can see, like, if I can just Google the U.S. market, I can also see that the Nasdaq and SP 500 is also going down. Moreover, we're like even the currency of euro is going down as well. So I don't think that it's specific to cryptocurrencies, but it's more about the global actions, like what's going on in the world. Because right now, I personally, I have invited Tilma again in case she didn't receive it. So I personally believe that the aggression between Ukraine and Russia is still not played out. Probably like towards winter we will see, how do I say, more pressure in the market, not just in crypto market but in the market in general. So that those are my opinions, and welcome Dilnoza. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thank you, Osman, for the invitation. Actually, had some issues with the connection, and but happy that I joined now, and happy joining the conversation.
Yeah, great to have you guys here. So let's slowly start. I want to first ask your opinions on the current market situation. Like, you guys are coming from a centralized exchange. You definitely have some metrics. I mean, like, I'm not asking about the metrics here, but like, how do you see the market right now? Are we like 100% in the beer market, or still is there a hope for a bounce up from here? What do you guys think?
From my side, I think it's gonna be still painful because there's time to time stability, but I don't think that we're gonna recover like so soon. But it's actually, honestly, August looked for me at beginning like really promising, but still I believe it's still middle of the bear market, and we have long to go to recover.
Thank you. And Mehmet, what do you think about the current situation of the market? How do you see it?
Actually, I am totally agree with you. This is not about just crypto; it's about the global situations. I can define the bear market is a prolonged drop in investments in prices. We can say, and generally, in the bear market happens, and when a market index falls by nearly percent 30 like that or more from its most recent high. Now we can see it's more decreases, but it's continue to increasing and decreasing, and not stable for now. But I hope soon it will be recover market by itself and very strongly recover and go up non-stop.
Thank you. I believe the main reason why the recent crash, especially on the crypto market, was that there were a lot of different DeFi products. I just want to explain a little bit about the DeFi products in the market, so that if there are people here listening us right now who don't understand how they work or how they are utilized, it's basically, let's just say that you have a house, right? So you paid like, let's say, $1,000 to buy your house, and then your money is gone, and you now own a house. What you do is that you go to bank, and then you just say, "Hey, please keep my house, as collateral, and give me $1,000." So you have the house, but now the bank kinda owns it, not really, but kinda owns it, and then you get another $1,000. You then go and buy another house. That means that the prices of the house are increasing because you are constantly buying houses. So you buy a new one, and then you go to bank and say that, "Hey, can you please, take my house as collateral again and give me like $1,000?" You get another $1,000. You buy another house. You rinse and repeat, and you do all those things. And because you do all those things, the prices of the houses starts increasing because everyone sees that, hey, wait a minute, there were like, 20 or 30 sold, in our neighborhood in the last week. So that means prices are going up. And then everyone starts increasing the prices of their houses, and then you keep doing that. You keep buying more and more houses until it comes to a point, and then you start selling your houses, for the high price that is like, I don't know, 2 times, 3 times more than the initial amount you purchased them for. So basically, exactly that happened in crypto. People lock their currencies in some, pools, in some protocols, and then, like they loan some money, and then they bought another crypto, and then they, locked that in some protocol, and then they issued like synthetic dollars. Basically, it means anyone can issue any dollar they want. So basically, this is what happened in crypto, and I personally believe, after the Luna crash, people are scared of decentralized protocols. And actually, I want to talk about them today here as well. Like, what do you guys think about the decentralized protocols? Not decentralized chains right now. We will come to them later. But like overall, in general, decentralized lending protocols and like DeFi products. How do you guys see them? What do you guys think about them?
And about the protocols, first of all, start with the centralized exchange, not a decentralized exchange. I just give example from my first crypto experience. I was joined the cryptocurrency ecosystem with the decentralized exchange, not centralized exchange actually. And the situation was similar to this situation, this market caps, and I wasn't know how I react with this. I'm just investing my money to some funds, and I'm losing. And my friends invests before me, and they become rich. But I can't do that. I couldn't do that. Then why? I asked why, and I just invested and searched some experts, and I just learn how to uh, be more specific and logical. Basically, centralized exchange are seems more friendly to the users. So they are directing users to how to they are or something like that. And for example, we are publishing some training course or giving brief about the markets or uh, markets situation or projects. That's how they and how they do investments like that. But in the decentralized exchange, you can't see that. You are just own by own in the own decentralized exchange. Centralized exchange are platforms that owned by just single organizations that act the central authority monitoring the transactions and as a third party matching sellers with buyers with order books and algorithms, something like that. But it might be sounds like we're in the blockchain, we are in decentralized ecosystem. Why we need the centralized ecosystem? And that's why we, because we are the new beginner. For the new beginner, it should be this, in my opinion. In the centralized exchange looks over the entire trading process. Everything happens through the centralized exchange internal system. When you deposit crypto assets, trade them for the other assets, or withdraw them again, they provide the liquidity, security, and escrow system to help prevent thief. But instead of the decentralized exchange, uh, they are uh, they are seeing you and not a wild ecosystem. It's a more friendly ecosystem. Wherever you want to trade crypto assets through a centralized exchange, you will have to transfer assets into wallet connected with the platform itself rather than using your wallet. The centralized platforms hold private keys for you instead of you. And centralized exchange like LBank, which is more popular among crypto traders for providing wide range of crypto trading pairs, and they are easy to use, and most centralized exchange follows the security and investor protection compliance to ensure safe and secure experience. And they want to educate their users, and they want to give some basic briefs to be a knowledge users to do not demolish some big things. But in the decentralized exchange, you can you need to invest some time before doing trading. DEX system is more complicated compared to centralized exchange system. You also have to transfer funds to a wallet and more wild ecosystem, and you need to connect your wallet. You need to have some IT knowledge, not exactly IT knowledge, computer knowledge, we can say. And there is a lot of gems, the gems that you don't know, even their teams or something like that. They are not fully anonymous, but you don't know a lot of things. But centralized exchange is finding best projects for you. So that's why new beginners, you have to use centralized exchange at the beginning, especially in the beer market, we can say.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks a lot,
that's
Ekrem. Before moving on with you, Dilnoza, I just want to add a few things here, and then I'll ask your opinions here as well about the today's topic.
yep.
First of all, I want to say the main problem with decentralized exchanges or DeFi protocols from the smart contract developers' perspective is that most of the protocols actually do not have, how do I say, best logic implemented. I mean, like big protocols like Uniswap or like Aave or other lending protocols. They have some good math, but they don't actually provide the exchange medium. So I actually heard this from another trader who has been trading in stocks, who has been trading stocks for the last 20 years, and what he was saying was like the products in the DeFi ecosystem are not exchanges. So it's basically you just pull a lot of money and then people do swaps from that pool. And the main problem here is that anyone can launch a pool, and you don't know whether it is a trusted token. You don't know if, you don't know like if the team of that project is real. You do the KYC to the team. There are no, how do I say, restrictions. While I understand that it might be important for decentralization, I personally believe that decentralization is a lie. Because think about it, just like, let's say we're living in a society, there are like rules and laws and regulations. You might complain that there is no justice in the legal system or the politicians are corrupt. That I cannot say anything about it. That I might be agreeing with you even. But you cannot say having laws are the problem. You can't say that facilitators of those laws are the problem. That I can agree, but having laws is a must in our society or like in human society. Right now, in a decentralized environment where there are no rules and anyone can do anything, including running some minor extracted value bots, doing some mathematical exploits, doing phones and all sorts of things. I believe it's kind of like reverse evolution, because as soon as we have started civilization, started living together, and then we realized if there are no rules and no regulations and no laws, we are having problems. And then we said, hey guys, let's just make some rules. Rule number one, we don't kill each other. Rule number two, we don't steal, anything each other. Rule number three, we have some financial system where we are paying some tax in order to, build the park in our neighborhood. But in decentralized ecosystems, this is not possible. You can't do that. There are projects who actually try to do that, but the big money just comes and washes off all good things being done in the ecosystem. So I personally don't believe that decentralization is the solution, and that's why I believe centralized exchanges are the better product, especially for the beginners, just like you have mentioned, Ekrem. And also, like decentralized exchange, they don't list all the projects, and they don't, how do I say, just randomly add some tokens. They meet with the team, they get the white paper, light paper, whatever. They try to audit the project and then list. So here I want to ask Dilnoz more about the listing processes of LBank, and how does she see the decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. You're absolutely right. I'll just add something to the points you were discussing, and then we'll go to the listing requirements. Actually, you're at the point that if you're going for a DEX for a decentralized exchange and you're just you're new and you don't know anything, and it's quite complicated to do the transaction. And from 20,000 of different assets, you don't even know where to go for. And as long as you don't have any information, or you're absolutely not educated in like in blockchain and crypto space, you are just pushing yourself with an emotional background. So you think like, oh, this is the nice logo, this is the nice name, and you're just going for it, and technically you don't know what's behind. While exchange, I think about all of the exchange and centralized, but if we are taking at least top 30 or top 50, of course they charge for listings and everything. But if we look on the other side, where actually exchanges doing verification of the projects before listing them. So it's we have different like ways of getting projects, right? So it's a maybe project submitted case through our online website, and they wrote, for example, oh, I met Dilnoza or I met Ekrem, and I want to list on LBank, or directly to connect to our one of our BDs. We globally have around 15, and then what we do, we collect information about projects. First of all, of course, mail our those websites, those audit report, those licensing. Is there do they have actual team? Where team located? What they do? How many tokens are there? What are the liquidity? What are the communities? So everything must be reviewed before we will onboard. Because let's see what happened with Hotbit. Hotbit listed one scam project last year in November, and right now there is no Hotbit anymore. So the money suspended, the people stopped with the deposits, and the founders are in. We have to be like more like, if we want to get something and we don't know anything, because there are still lots of people they don't know how to trade. It's better to go actually on centralized exchange, because it's more secure. You at least know that this project got verified before we got listed on some other changes. Plus, they are on centralized exchange. They cannot manipulate with the prices, so they cannot just come up with a $100 token and there is no actually value behind that, because whenever they are getting listed, so they are calculating. So what are the price will be there, because they cannot just out of nowhere come with a price, or out of nowhere just stop selling, or stop take liquidity and go. So everything controlled, and everything, it's giving us some assurance and trust to do the transactions, to deposit or withdraw money. Also, how to pull out the money. So there is a direct transactions from a credit or like a credit or debit card, Visa or Master. So people can deposit and withdraw, everything making life easier and secure. And,
Yeah, thanks a lot for the input, because I mean, I also want to clear a doubt from the listeners' mind right now. One thing is that centralized exchanges are actually businesses, and they're looking to make profit. This is, I believe, one thing that people are often being mistaken about. Because they're looking for more profit, it means that more users trading on their platforms in a happy way is more money that the exchange is making. Often I'm hearing from people that whenever some pump or dump happens, not specifically but like Bitcoin has a price crash, or like crypto market is going down or like going up. Sometimes people are faced with technical problems. It might be the web page is not opening. It might be that web page is non-responsive, or like there are some delays and stuff. So people often think that this is because of the exchange, and because they closed the exchange. Like, how do I say? Let's say if the Bitcoin is going up and one user has a short position, that means effectively they're losing money. Because of those technical problems, people think that the exchange is closing the trades so that users lose money. This is actually not factual, and that's wrong, because the exchanges should be operating in order to make money. You should be trading so that the exchange makes money. That's one thing that people are complaining about the centralized exchange, and they say that decentralized exchanges do not have such problems. But I personally believe it's not exactly the case, because you guys might be remembering last year and the year before than that, the Ethereum gas prices were so high that it was costing you like, I don't know, $200 to swap some tokens on Uniswap. I mean, that never happens on a centralized exchange, right?
Yeah.
Because the fees are there. The fees, the rules of the exchange, and the only problem might be too many users trying to exchange assets. Other than that, the exchanges, the centralized exchanges, have to be constantly looking for new tools and strategies to adapt so that they drive more traffic to their website and users prefer them. One of them, like, they prepare some newsletter. They aim to educate the users and to make them understand why they should be using their exchanges. On the other hand, decentralized exchanges do not do any of those things. I mean, from my point of view, uh, I am seeing a lot of problems on decentralized exchanges. That's why, I mean, we have been going on with centralized exchanges only for the last 4 months right now, and we plan to do so unless there is something that changes in the decentralized ecosystem. So could you guys please tell us more about the things that you do other than being a crypto exchange? Do you guys post articles on blogs, or like you guys have YouTube channel? Guys, tell us more about what LBank does, and how is a, how do I say, regular day at LBank? What do you guys do? I wanna, and I believe like other listeners here are also wanna learn more about LBank today.
Ekrem can continue with that because he's one of the ones who actually does than me in terms of education and promoting your bank.
Yeah, thank you. As LBank Turkey, I want to speak as LBank Turkey. We try to do our best to make people more conscious by providing trainings under various topics to our users, and we also aim for everyone to adopt this ecosystem with our monthly networking events. And there was absolutely there was a campaigns or something like that, even a competition, online events, talk shows, Twitter space like that. I don't talking about them even. We are doing actually monthly networking activities and training educations. We just finished our basic training workshops educations. We held nearly 3 months to educate our users, and there was a nearly 80% to 80 to our users was attend fully our lessons, and now they are trading more convenience, more they are relying themselves more than before the educations. And with the networking activities that we held in the monthly, we want to show our users or everyone who wants to join in the ecosystems, integrate the ecosystems and meet some of the new guys. As on-chain, we would like to thank you for supporting us by participation in most of our events. In particular, Mr. Osman took part in our events as a speaker even. We would like to express our thanks again. I want to. We hope to see you all at our future events. And by the way, next up is September 20 for Ankara meetup. Uh, I would like to invite everyone to this meetup. Basically, we are just want to build in this ecosystem to do not uh, do wrong process to go the people. We want to kind open our huge hug, and we want to show our users to how you can trade in this ecosystem more safe. Just it's just a break.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ekrem. I actually personally want to thank you too, because you have invited us to your community events. There were ones that I could personally attend and gave a speech. There were that I couldn't attend, but like I made sure that some members from our team joined the events. It's great that there are people both in Turkey and outside of Turkey who are trying to work for crypto adoption, because when I look at the total market cap, and often lately I am talking about that, I am seeing a market cap around 1 trillion US dollars. While it might scare huge amount to people who are beginners in the crypto ecosystem, it's actually not that huge amount, because if you can single-handedly look Apple, the company is valued at 2.5, 2.4 trillion US dollars. So one company alone already doubles the crypto ecosystem, and according to the latest prices of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, I believe now it triples them. So there's still a lot of ways that can grow, and there's still, personally believe, products and solutions, especially on the blockchain infrastructure side, we will see in the future. So that's why at Omchain we're trying to build new products, and I also personally see there is a resistance from the user side because it's often hard for users to create a wallet and save the seed phrase, and it's also often problematic to store the crypto. When the recent Solana wallet hack, people were advised to move their funds to a centralized exchange. So when you think about it, it's a decentralized ecosystem. You think that you own your private key and you own everything, but because like not many people are understanding how programming works, or not many people can read the source codes of the projects, they believe that. So the same thing goes with the Luna crisis too. So people believe that it was a stable coin, and when crisis happens, people are always advised to move their funds to a centralized exchange. So I am just asking myself if at the end of the day people are still looking for a trust authority, because at the end this is money. This is something that they have worked hard for it. They have worked hard for. So I believe the decentralized world is itself is problematic. That's why centralized exchanges are being more and more common these days, and I believe products like ours, building a more robust and more, how do I say, building faster blockchain infrastructures will enable more users to be, on board with the blockchain ecosystem. So let's just move on to similar to slightly different topic. Right now, you guys are actively working with LBank, doing community meetups, events, publishing newsletter, having like talk shows on Twitter and other platforms. But overall, how do you guys see the market? I have heard your opinions, Ekrem. Like, I am personally seeing that the spot trading is losing its position to perpetual trading. So do you guys do perpetual trading on LBank exchange, or you guys only do spot trading? Could you guys please give us more information about the payers at LBank and the trading modules? And do you guys have any other specific like earn programs, staking programs? Could you guys please give us more information about the features of LBank?
Yeah, sure. Let me start Dilnoza first. Actually, I just want to start with the beginning, why I choose LBank or why I choose centralized exchange as a brief. I before LBank or centralized exchange, I was using both of them. I like the both of them for that reasons that I said. Centralized exchange, I was usually it once in a while when I would get my hands on as decentralized exchange, get my hands on some DeFi games, tokens. Centralized exchange and centralized exchange I'm used to just to buy. I was used to just buy Bitcoin and other specific ones, Ethereum, link, chain link, something like that, invest. But in the JEX Pros, specifically with lower fees in LBank and more vanilla trading behaviors, I personally like them both and see them both coexisting for a while. Exchanges are going to do very well, like LBank. I only see the improving as they capture more value and more provide more value to especially centralized exchanges are providing more benefits to the users, and they are doing campaigns. You can stake. There is a staking algorithms. You can do feature investments, features. You can join the features, or you can get some mining activities. There is a lot of mining activities. I can't say just one mining activities. There is a lot of type of mining activities, and this is there is a difference between projects by projects. You can check for them. It's a and look at stake also. I can say that for the look at stake or unlocked stakes, flexible stakes, or you can whatever you can like that. But in this way, in the top of the LBank's main reason is a security. We are providing the security. We found that at 2016, we start our 2016, and we do not have any security issues. First reason, and the other reason, we we are providing quality gems to our users. Thanks to Dilnoza and the other uh, our workers, they are evaluating the projects and providing the best project to our users. And now anymore, I don't need to invest in the decentralized exchange because I can find best projects in there. Uh, of course, there was another best projects to be early investors in the decentralized exchange, but it's still very risky to new beginners, as I said. So I was choosing, and there is a lot of if you are not beginner, if you are professional, you can be part of the mining activities or staking activities or something else. You can use the futures activities, and spot trading is the best and top point of the LBank. And we have a lot of trade because of the projects that we list have quality. You can easily get trades, and friendly user face will becoming our advantages, I can say.
Thank you, and I want to hear your opinions here, Dilnoza.
Yes, thank you. As Ekrem said, we have a lot of tools, as most of the exchanges has the biggest exchanges as well. At the same time, as long as I'm the listing manager, the global listing manager, whenever we are onboarding any project, we or to most of them, like not even in 100% cases, we let them to organize different trading activities. As Ekrem said, well, most of the projects are able to offer to our users staking, trading competition, order mining book, grid liquidity, EMAs, all of this. By these actions, they can onboard all of the users from a bank. I mean, to attract those attention and to get them, and also to bring those users. And this verification also, by the way, you can open online and check what are the exchanges are legally allowed to operate from Korea. Korea not letting to any exchange to trade in Korea. We are one of the there's maximum 20 or 30 exchanges are allowed to trade. And by the way, KuCoin is a huge exchange, but they don't have a permission to operate from Korea. And we got this we got listed in August, and it means that people can deposit and withdraw money in those local currency Korean won. And it means if they allowed us to operate there, it means that we got verified. And our licensing, we currently having applied for better licensing in UAE, it's a virtual asset regulation authority. We already passed the verification, and we are still in process. We will have also Lithuanian license from Europe. We passed most of the steps, and with even with payments, and we're gonna have it soon. So we are trying to provide the best service, the best security protection, the security and trust with the projects. In case if any situation, LBank thinks first of all about users, and in any situations it be solved in the most positive way, including 24-hour customer support, which is always there. We have 36 different languages on the platform, means that most of the area in the world we can cover. Also, we support 149 different fiat currencies and types of deposits, which is even if people don't have card like credit or debit, master or visa, they can do deposits from bank transfers in some of the countries. So it means that we will use payment gateways, but we are trying as much as possible to make trading more comfortable and more interesting, and to like whatever is to like any event we are trying to participate. We have community managers not only in Turkey. We have in Philippines, in Nigeria, in India, in Pakistan, and everywhere, whatever I mentioned, and there are many others. We are organizing educational meetups and events, including we have a tie-up with one of the venture company in Kenya. It's Adanian Labs, which is financing by Cardano chain. So we have a tie up with them, and tomorrow we also having meet will be online. But sorry, it's a closed meetup for our company, like between our companies, and there's other also partners will be there, and to expand our community as much as possible, to educate them and to protect, so to teach them how to use it to protect them and from the like security cyber attacks, and how to wisely invest, how to withdraw and deposit. So I don't know what even what else we can do. I think we just have to keep doing, because in the beginning of the year we were in top 30. It was top 29, top 30. Currently we're at top 15, and we're gonna be top 10 hopefully by the end of this year, or maybe beginning of next maximum.
That's awesome. Thanks a lot, Dilnoza, for letting us know more about the LBank and how you guys are, expanding, and how you guys are everywhere. I personally want to say that, I have met with some community managers from Singapore, from China, and from Korea, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I am aware of the work you guys are doing. And I personally thank you to both of you, Ekrem and Dilnoza, today for joining us. I believe from now on in crypto ecosystem, products and solutions like centralized exchange, because from my point of view, decentralization, decentralized exchanges, yes, they are a product and they're in the market. But when it comes to crisis, when it comes to problems, when it comes to some exploits, centralized exchanges are the choice of people. And the main reason is that they're easy to use, and you can get started, buying and selling cryptocurrencies even without owning a crypto wallet. That's actually the vision we are sharing at Omchain, as the team Omchain, because we believe that not everyone needs to, own a cryptocurrency wallet. It's good that if they can own one. It's good that if they can secure the crypto wallet. Good that if they can, transfer crypto assets themselves without relying on a third party. But it's better if there are solutions for people, who are not crypto experts, or like, who don't know how to secure the private keys, or who don't know how to use a blockchain wallet, to have access to products that will make the processes easier for them. That's why actually we're believing in mass adoption in blockchain, when tools like the ones we're developing, because right now we are working on three different products. One of them is the NFT issuance via API, so that anyone can, create their own NFTs and transfer them, or like, distribute them without owning a cryptocurrency wallet and without knowing anything about Solidity programming. And the other one is blockchain based file share application. It's more or less like WeTransfer, but it utilizes the blockchain infrastructure, so that the customers, or like the users, can make sure that if they want to make sure that the files are not being changed, or we don't touch anything and we can't see the content. So I believe products utilizing blockchain infrastructure for the ones who need, but are easy to use, are the future of the blockchain ecosystem. One example would be like, we all have the SSL certifications on our browsers. If you can click on them, you can see more details. If you can click the details, you can see the issuer, you can see the cryptographic hashes, and all those things. So it's for the people who are interested in them, and for the other people, the browser itself handles the product. The software itself handles the process and shows you a red flag, or like a green, lock icon on the browser tab. So I believe products like that for the crypto ecosystem will be the main driving force in the blockchain ecosystem. Because right now I still cannot understand how can people keep sending each other tokens if the wallet addresses are complex and not easy to remember. Ethereum has a solution for that, ENS, but even then, we are right now seeing it being, manipulated. We are seeing a lot of people registering like, ENS domain names. Uh, just it reminds me the .com bubble. So all in all, I would like to thank you guys again for joining us. And before we close the today's talks, I would like to, have your last sentences. If you guys want to add something, and then we can end the today's talks. But again, personally, thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you for this nice invitation. Thank you for the every users to patiently listening to us.
Yeah, the same here. I'm really grateful you to invite me. So I really appreciate that. I didn't even expect it, and it's so nice of you. I'm really happy that there is people are really interested and were listening us. And just invite me if there's any nice events like that.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the open it's called like open suggestion, I could say. Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guys. And if there are like people from Turkey who are listening us right now, You can see the LBank's Twitter account on listeners. For me, it shows the account on the top spot. You'll see the LBank's logo. Just click on it, and then once you click on it, it shows that there is a follow button. Just click on it, and then please follow them and
Yeah, yeah,
see what
just
they're
do
building.
it.
All right,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thanks for the
Thank
awesome night.
you.
Thanks for the awesome talk. Have a good day.
Have a good evening.
Have a
Bye
good
bye.
day. Bye bye.